It's week 4 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's going to have...
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading them out in his second season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Baker going to throw this right away. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Evans comes in motion right. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. This is caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Paris Campbell, 29 yards. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And let's not forget, there were some scouts who believed Carter was the best defensive player in last year's draft. Heck, there were scouts who thought he was the best player overall in last year's draft. And he recorded an impressive 6 sacks in his rookie year. And truth be told, that number doesn't tell half the story of just how dominant he can be.
On the return, it's Rodgers. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Already a terrific receiver, Brown has taken his game to another level since arriving in Philadelphia. He's totaled just under 3,000 receiving yards over the last 2 years, and he's someone who raises the ceiling of the entire offense whenever he's out there. His goal for this season, get Philadelphia back to the Super Bowl with a chance to win it.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Mayfield down. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's Rodgers on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it second down and 12. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. In motion right, Evans. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, it's Evans. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. They go with White on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher, 3rd down and 9.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And there were a lot of people who were surprised when Barkley made the decision to sign with the Eagles this offseason. He adds another dynamic layer to an already stacked offense, and he's quickly making his presence felt as he picks up a nice first down here.
Again, it's Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Breaks through the contact, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd down and 3. Mayfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Mayfield looks to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd down and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Muscles him off. Oh, what a juke into space. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Opting to run again here with White. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Rodgers on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vita Vea. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll set up to throw.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Balloon the pressure right. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 34.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
He juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
Oh, he shifts past him. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground with White.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. In motion goes the tight end. Play fake. Mayfield. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kalijah Kancey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They keep it on the ground. White again.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
That's out wide for Palmer.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. To throw, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Oh, partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now a give up the middle. This is White.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that gets him back within 10. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
He's been pretty good with his legs in this game. A really nice gain there. Defensively, they've been okay covering downfield, but you got to account for the quarterback, right?
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because normally when you play 11 on 11, it's truly not 11 on 11. Defensively, you don't account for the quarterback in the run game. You account for everyone else and hope that you can catch him before he gets to the 1st down marker. But as you noticed, he's been doing it a little bit. This time he saved his best for this run.
And saving one of his best for the 4th quarter.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get it inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Unable to corral him, he fights through.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Completes this again to Shepard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's complete to Shepard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mayfield down. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
This will be caught by Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
2nd down and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Hurts.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Back to throw here.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Mayfield.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Now Mayfield.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Mayfield to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Being chased out left. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Here's Baker. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
This is 1st and 10.
Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.